Teaquilters. Today is Wednesday, February 7th. Let's check that. Yes, 2024. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here with live chat tonight. So we've got a few topics that we're going to discuss. Projects for Teaquilts in 2024. Also going let's see, what was the other thing? Oh, birthday shout outs. Oh my God. And then I also found the last bag of items that I had for the haul from my Hawaii trip. So I brought that in as well. So we're going to give people a few minutes to get in since I came in here right at the time. Let's see. And I can pull you all up on my phone as well so I can read the chat comments. Hopefully everyone is having a great week thus far. I'm still sleeping. It's like I do about an hour or 2 hours worth of work and then it's like I'm tired. I don't know what's up, but I go take a nap. So that's what I've been doing. Let's see. Trying to get to chat comments. Okay, I think they're finally popping up. So in the chats, we've got Melody Kiefer, Layton, Nikki B, Bonita Nance, June Hansen, Judy Smith, Darcy Savali. Hi, Darcy. Welcome back. Let me pin your message. She's saying, hi, T and everyone. Please remember to give T her thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. So thank you so much. Also, if you're new to the channel, join us over on Facebook at Teaquilts LLC, where you can share your quilting projects as well as ask quilting related questions. Vivian Calvi is here, Peggy O'Connor, and Sheila Willis, Carissa Renninger, Kevin the Quilter, Sharon Lewis, Maddie Barnum, Cynthia Shade, and Quilts by Carmel, Joe Carmel. So welcome everybody. Just giving people a minute or so to get in here since I came in about 30 seconds late. Gotta let the notifications go out. Kevin talking about Miss T, the higher the hair, the closer to God. Yeah. I just threw it up. It's like been like this for a few days, so it's just getting sloppier and sloppier, but I just pop it up there so I don't have it down here bothering me. You all are just getting me as is. I even got today, took bath and put pajamas back on, so I got my pajama bottoms on. So Minnie Doula's here, Christine H also. So yeah, so let me just start with what I worked on this week while I was in bed. I did go ahead and finish this sashiko piece that I was working on in Hawaii, so I finished that. And I did a little bit more on the hand embroidery piece. I had, I think, about 20 leaves and still had like this whole section up here was still needing to be done. I think I still have about 12 leaves to do. But I did start, I got one sea lion completed right there. And then I just did some more two-tone leaves just to see what they would look like. One is here. And where's the other one? I have to turn it around. Right here. The other one's right here. Kind of two-tone leaves just to see how it is. I figured I may as well experiment. Since this is like my major first hand embroidery project of any substance, I still got 3 things right there, and I don't want to be reaching over this desk to get them and then stuff start falling. But one day I'll pull those out and show you the other previous work I was doing. But I did get a sea lion done. It took me hours to fill in this spot. These little spaces take forever, and I used a chain stitch. But I'm just glad that I'm working on it a little bit here and there. But that was hours worth of work. Let's see who else is coming. Remo JS says, good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Thumbs up, show your love and support. The thumbs up don't match the people in the chat. So please hit the thumbs up button for me, people. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let me go back because I missed some. Janet McCarroll's here. Hello, hello. Jason Lewis, Win Sprinter, Sue GSD, saying hello T and quilting family. 139 days until our favorite hostess opened the 2024 retreat. I officially only work 5 days a week, no longer on Sundays. Yay, me. Yes. Good for you. Roxanne Sexton's here. Judy Smith saying, I love your hair, T. I was watching your video from Saturday night and fell in love with it. Thank you. Make sure I get everybody. Jeff Galonia is here. Hope your excitement was balanced with rest. Not really. That's why I'm sleeping now. I think I said on the previous video that I don't really go on vacation to rest. I go on vacation to see what's there. So that's exactly kind of what I did. Donette Branson's here, so welcome as well. And I think that's it. So I just want to make sure we don't miss the people who have birthdays this month. So I'm going to hold off on that. I'm just going to go ahead and show you the rest of the haul from Hawaii. I showed, I guess about 80% of it last Saturday. So if you missed that video, go back and watch Saturday's live video. It was a little bit over 2 hours because I talked about the trip, things I did, and then also I did the haul stuff. So I bought this flower just because it was Hawaiian-ish. This is for Jersey. It's on a clip so that she can clip it onto her hair. So that's Jersey's little gift. At Paradise Cove, if you played games, they ended up giving you some necklace for trying. It was a couple of Hawaiian games, and one of them I was semi-good at, and then like on the first thing I'd be good, and then when they change it and give you a different shape of object to throw, then I would mess it up. But it was similar to bowling. And then I also got these earrings. No, this is a necklace. I don't know what I'm saying. It's like a choker. No, it isn't. It's 2 necklaces. I don't know what I got, okay? It's been a while. Let me see if this fastens back up. It's one of those little twist-on, screw-on closures. So I got this for Jersey, and then I think I got one for me, unless my daughter wants it. But I got one for me. Okay. I can't even get this to screw on here. I'm probably because I'm left-handed, and they probably did it the other way. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Well, don't seem like it want to stay in here. Hold on. All right. I'll worry with that later. I may have to get a different closure and put on the end. But again, it has the little flower and it has like a crystal in the middle. So I bought one of those for Jersey. So I'll make sure, yeah, this one matches her earrings, the one that's not acting up. So she'll get this one. So it'll be something. I tend to buy like real jewelry for children when they're small, and then when they get older, when they turn 16, they have like gold earrings, their birthstone, things like that. I did my daughter like that. So this is not real, and I know she's not going to be using this stuff right now because the necklace would be too big, but it's like in the future purchases for her. So that's that. Jersey will look pretty with the flower, yes. What's in this bag? This must be all of the magnets. Okay. So the funny thing is we went to the USS Arizona and also to the USS Missouri. Memorials, and the funny thing is you can't bring a bag, but guess what, soon as you get there you can buy a bag from them though, okay? Yeah, so if you don't know what that is, that's the Pearl Harbor exhibits. I wanted to go to that. I actually enjoyed that. It was very educational. The park rangers were there, and so you got a lot more information from them as well. It's like I said, it's one of those things that you do a lot of learning with, and it's a learning thing, and you realize what people went through for our country. So, and even on the other side, what they went through for their country. So basically we just all need to live with love, basically. So I ended up getting this bag that cost me $1 because that was the cheapest bag they had, and I needed a bag to put I forget what I had, like water bottles, stuff like that, since we couldn't bring a bag, but yet they were selling you bags, so it was just weird. All right, so I got a two USS Arizona magnets. I wasn't sure if my daughter would want one, so I got one that shows it at night and one that shows the memorial in the day. And USS Missouri, I got the Mighty Mo. We actually toured that ship, got to go all into the bottom guts of it. And we had a tour guide for that as well. Very interesting stories there. And I got this particular magnet because it was kind of shaped like the state of Missouri a little bit. Then on the ship, I got the ship's magnet for the ship that we were on via Holland America line. And I got just generic Hawaiian things in case my family wanted some. So I got 2 of these pineapples. And I got 2 of the alohas right here. And it has Hawaii down at the bottom. And this one for Hawaii. And this one is Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, which was the one that we couldn't get into. Did we? Yes, we did go to there. We did go to Hawaiian Volcanoes National Park because that's where we actually saw the active volcano. And then I got 2 of these. Trying to see what it says. Hawaii Island, and then it just says Aloha down on the bottom. It's really small. But I thought that one was pretty, had all the colors. It has like sunset in the background, but I really didn't see a lot of pretty sunsets, so it was the wrong time of year for that. And then I think this is the last Hawaiian magnet, is the hibiscus, which I think is their state flower, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it's yellow. I don't know. Who am I? And then one of the, somebody was selling this, color wheel, and it's actually a button, like a pin button that you can wear. So if you want to go to the store and you're trying to figure out what colors you want to get, you can actually put this on, wear it to the store, and you can use it. And so it kind of spins around here if you want to know what your opposite or complementary colors are, right there. All right, so those are all the magnets, and I'm gonna just put all of this back in here so I don't lose them. And then we had a door prize, and the funny thing is that I won the door prize twice, and I let it go. This door prize was if the chair you were sitting in had a piece of tape on it, and I happened to be sitting in the chair that had tape. And then the second time she came doing the round, she asked how many machines did people have. Well, y'all already know. Y'all, I think somebody had 5 or 6 machines, and y'all know I can count those off the top of my head. I'm probably somewhere in the neighborhood 15, 16 machines, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I would have won again. And so she was kind of looking at me strange, and I'm saying, are you asking this again for a door prize? And she said yes. And so she was giving away another one of these 6-inch stackers. And so I just told her to go ahead and pick somebody else. But it is Free Spirit Fabrics. Not necessarily all Caves, because it could be any of the designers under there, because some of their stuff do look very similar. So I actually won this as a door prize. In our welcome bag, she had a pack of this charm pack that we got, Vintage Soul. And interesting prints. I think she got it because it was floral, since we were in Hawaii again, with all of these being floral as well. So that was free. We also got a thread picker saying strings attached. And then this is how it looks on the back, so that you can run this along your surfaces, clean your cutting board. I also sometimes use this stuff on my long arm. And I'm almost done. Not a lot left. Whoops. This is the bag I paid $1 for at Pearl Harbor. I'm just trying to empty it so I can put it out. But they had other bags that you could spend a fortune for, and I'm going, no. I told you all that I had purchased another sashiko there, and this is the one that I purchased with the white thread. I showed you the white thread before. And then that color sashiko, I think it was the hibiscus, if I'm not mistaken. It had different colors of thread. So I've got lime green, red, I've got yellow, gold, kind of a teal blue. And then this one is a variegated thread with yellow, pinks, red, and orange. And then a pink. And then I think I have like a rainbow pack as well that I could use. So I didn't get that one. Let's see. Got a pen from that shop, Vicky's Fabric Shop, this blue one that gave us the red and white bag. She also had a pen in there with the postcard. And then at Quilt Passions in Kona, Hawaii, they also had a rainbow pen. So that was really pretty. At Vicky's Fabrics, I bought this button. I'll take it out. It's a decorative button. Says on here it was $16.50. I wasn't trying to buy a whole lot, and I couldn't find any fabric, but I just went on ahead and bought one of her handmade buttons. So that's how it looks on the front. I'll put it on some tote bag as a decorative element. It won't be a usable button. It's a ceramic, so it was made with a mold, and it's pretty. And then this is another thing that we got. I don't know if you all have seen these for push pins. So it's kind of hard because your push pins are a little bit stiffer. So this is what that is. I've needed something to put push pins in, so I'm hoping that this works when I do certain lectures. I use push pins on a board. And then this one is the So Easy to Finger thing. And this is how it's packaged. The lady that made this, came up with this, gave it to us, and it's made of like aluminum, I guess, some kind of metal, and then that way you can open it and close it to fit your finger. But what it is so you put it on your finger, and then you could use it as your stiletto that's on your hand. And then, like I said, you could squeeze it if you need to. You can adjust this kick out as much as you want. But it's used for sewing when you need to hold something here and you just want something that's not your finger. It's extending a little bit past the finger here. So that's what that is. It's kind of loose on me, so I'll have to do some adjustments. But I left it in a packaging just so you all could see it. So that was really nice of her. She actually brought, it was 80. It was 80 something quilters, and then with the spouses we had 90 something people in our party. So she brought it for all the quilters and gave them out in the classes that she was in as she was going through her classes. So Deborah Holloway is here. Hello, hello. T. Roberts is here. My brother is here. Diane McCoy. Melissa May Quilts. And I think that's it. So I'll move the rest of this stuff later. I don't know why I'm still got myself going up there. Let's do birthday shout outs. Get those out the way before we get into Teaquilts business. So we only have 3 birthdays on my list for the month of February. We've got Deborah Hammond, whose birthday is February 11th. And then we've got on the 12th, Rhonda Barlow James. And then on the 19th is T9U Roberts' birthday. So happy birthday to everyone. Hope you are celebrating the month of February in a fine style, having lots of fun. So enjoy your birthday, ladies. Nikki says her birthday is February 5th. And if you sent me an email since last month, I will apologize because I haven't done any desk work, okay? I'm so sorry. So I'll write you down, Nikki, on this sheet. Hopefully it'll get put into the computer. Put an asterisk right here and say add. Michelle the Quilter just came in. She says, I missed your live streams. Yeah, I did one Saturday if you didn't know. So go back and look at that one if you want to know about the Hawaiian cruise. Rhonda Barlow is here. A lot of people are just wishing everybody happy birthday. So thank you, thank you. Frances Jackson is here. Asking for prayers that her surgery is a success on Monday. So you got it. Prayers for Frances Jackson. And I think that's it. People are just putting in the happy birthday wishes, so I can put that piece of paper over there. So let's talk about Teaquilts 2024 projects and events. Retreat for 2024. I am still working on that. As Sue said, we have 139 more days before retreat. So I am working on final touches. I have not gotten my bus schedule. I haven't heard from the person, so I do need to contact them. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. I was going to wait till Friday, but something else is coming up on Friday. So I will try to get in touch with somebody, or at least get my thing submitted so that they can give me a price for that, because I don't even know the price. So I'm still working on the bus trip to the quilt shops. Everything else, I probably got a few people that haven't turned in their registration forms, and if you have and I contact you, just resend it to me again. If you have, sometimes stuff gets lost in email. I've tried to input everything that I do have, so I'm sure that I'm going to be asking somebody for one and you've already sent it. Just send it to me again, please. I would really, really appreciate it. It's important that I have your registration form so that I can get you registered with the retreat center. And I don't want to wait till the last minute. They give me 30 days before retreat, but I don't want to wait till 30 days because I'm going to be working on something else 30 days out from retreat. So that's what I'm currently working on. 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? Yesterday, not 2 days ago. Yesterday, I finally heard from the other retreat center for the 2025 retreat. I feel like the prices are high. They're not the same prices that I was quoted when I went to the facility. And there is some pluses and minuses. Some things are changing. They're not what I was told when I went into the facility. So I have not accepted that contract yet. I'm going to go and see if I can get a bid for our dates with Mercy for 2025. And if I have to, I might be switching. Instead of leaving Mercy or trying another facility, I might just stay at Mercy Retreat Center, which is where we're at currently. And that's why I don't put names of things out, because I don't want, when things change. I've been trying since September. I had went in like June, told me that in September they were having a board meeting and that prices normally go up a little bit. And for me, I think prices have gone up a lot. The places that I was told that I could rent out, I'm not getting those spots. I'm getting one of the spots, but not the other spot. And so I have some issues with that. And so I am trying to figure that part out right now. So I was told one thing by one person. Somebody else is calling me, talking to me, and sending me a contract instead of the person whom I talked to. So I don't like that. I'll be honest. So I'm going to look into getting bids from other places, because you can't just do that without me even trying to do something else. So that's where the 2025 retreat, at least I heard something from them on the phone. I'm telling her what I requested in my package with him, and everything was okay with him. And it seemed like for her, whom I'm talking to, I don't know if he has a problem with what I asked him for. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing something else. So Diane McCoy's birthday is February 9th. So happy birthday, Diane. Let me see where she is. Yeah, Diane McCoy, February 9th. So happy birthday. Zandra is here. And T, can we start sending you money for 2025 retreat? Yes. I just don't know what the final price is going to be at this point. Somebody did send me one payment for 2025. I don't even know who it is. I think I did respond to them and said that I got it, but I can't even remember who that is because I'm still working with 2024. But you can just make sure when you send your payments, like if you're sending a Cash App, make sure that you put on there that it is for 2025 retreat, just so that I'm not getting them confused trying to look for you in a place where you're not. So otherwise, I'm going to be thinking you're dealing with 2024. I still have, like I've been replacing a couple of people for the 2024 retreat, so I'm still kind of collecting money. And I still have one commuter spot available for somebody locally as well. So that's kind of what's happening with retreat. I had somebody cancel that was in a double, so then that person's getting a single. So that means I don't have a room for you, but I do have a table space for you, but I don't have a room. So that's what's going on with 2024's retreat. Fabulous. So along. I haven't done a thing, haven't even picked fabrics out for Fabulous. Somewhere around here, I had bought some solid prints, a yard or two here or there when I was with Jason, I think in January, right before I left. And so I do need to pull fabrics. I did create a group today for Fabulous Sew Along. If you have already paid your money bought your pattern from me and paid your admission fee, which was if you paid via PayPal in November, then you have that covered. Just go ahead and request to be in that group. It's called the Teaquilts Fabulous Sew Along. Also, we have Dresden Village. I think I've only got like 2 or 3 people that have paid for Dresden Village. I do have that as well. Teaquilts Dresden Village Sew Along. That group has been created. So if you have paid, bought your pattern from me, and paid your $12 if you bought your pattern from me, then you can go ahead and request admission to those groups. It does have some questions asking you, did you buy your pattern from me? Because I'm going to go back and look up my invoices. I just want to know how you paid and all of that type of stuff so that I can go find your payments. Some of you all, I know who you are, you've paid. I'm not going to start calling off names, but you know who you are and you know if you haven't paid. If you did not purchase your pattern from me and you got your fabulous pattern from somewhere else, or you already had your fabulous pattern, cost for you to get into the group is $25. The reason why I do that is because I get a little money off the pattern. And so if you didn't get it from me, then I don't get that. And then I also, so let's say I mailed them out too, the cost of mailing was free. So let's just say I should be making $16 on the pattern, and then but I shipped them for free including that. So when I took out the shipping, because I just used big envelopes, but I used regular stamp or metered postage, and so when that came out, it was about a $12 difference. So that's where I'm going with the $25. So you can go ahead and request approval to join those groups if you know that you've already paid. You do have to tell me how you paid it, because before I approve your request, I will go search that method to see if I see your payment there. Round Robin. Oh, Dresden Village. Both of these, Fabulous and Dresden Village, we're going to start in March, hopefully. I don't know what day. I don't know how it's going to work. I'll probably do some live video showing you my pattern, talking about the block of the month. I'm sure by now everybody has read the instructions. I think this is my book here. I have one more Fabulous pattern available. I might have a couple of Dresden Village available. So let me show you what Dresden Village looks like. So this is the Dresden Village. I do not recommend this for beginners. These blocks are pretty small. Some of the blocks are like 6 inches. And so if you're not used to working with smaller pieces, this one may not be for you. That's why we're doing 2 sew-alongs this year. And then we've got the Fabulous right here that we're going to start on. And then I think this is just other projects in here. Not necessarily that well, some of them I'm working on, but let me make sure I don't have anything else in here you need to know about. Nope. So this is my like current projects book here, sort of, kind of, because I got some patterns in here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do those or if I just need to file them and put them up. So any questions on the block of the month? I have just one Fabulous pattern left. Might have about maybe 3 or 4 Dresden Village left, if I'm not mistaken. I do have Helena. Oh, she says she paid her invoice, because I had sent you a message, and I'm thinking that my message must have gone into your spam mail. And then today, when I was actually at the computer, I just decided to just go ahead and send you an invoice. And if you paid it, that means that you want it to be in there. So you can go ahead and request admission into the group and go ahead and get in that, since it's there. Hi, Carol Williams. Becky Bramlett's here. Hello, everybody. Late as usual. Glad to see you. Hope you had a great vacation. I did. Donna is here saying hi to everybody in the chat. So hi, Donna. Welcome. And Remo is saying that hers has been mailed. What else? Round Robin group. I have to figure out that. I didn't look for it today. I have it on a yellow piece of paper. When I was in here doing the December stuff, I had a list of people that signed up for the Round Robin swap group. But I just want to talk about it a little bit and define what is a round robin. A round robin is where you get a group of people, group of quilters together that have decided they want to participate in what you would normally call more of a community quilt. So everybody starts with the center, and so the center has to be a particular size maximum. It can be smaller than that, but it can't be larger than that. And the reason why that stipulation is put in is so that somebody doesn't send something ginormous to start, and then this quilt end up, when you add 3 or 4 borders onto it, then you've got a quilt that's 140 inches on a side. So that way we prevent that from happening. Your block can be traditional piece. It can be applique, paper piece. It can be, if you want to make a 9-patch block, you can make a 9-patch block. You can have just a single piece of fabric if you want to come back and put something in it later. But normally, your center kind of determines the feel for how you want your quilt to look. So if you're mostly thinking you want a quilt that's going to look like it's a floral quilt, then you might use a lot of, I'm trying to see if my round robin is in here. You might use floral fabrics, and the person that gets your quilt, they may or may not take your hint, and they might do something different, but at least you started something. Let me get this. Working on that project for a retreat over there. So, like on this one, I knew that I wanted flowers as my center. I've shown you this round robin before. And so what I did is I did everything. I even put a spacer around this right here. So this spacer is a 1-inch strip. I put that on as well, and I did everything through the center. So I did this flower with, I keep forgetting the name of that stuff. What is the name of that? I'm blocking the name of it right now, but it's that stuff that you can put between your press sheets, like Teflon sheets. You press it with an iron, and then it makes like a piece of fabric, but it's of this Angelina fibers, okay? Angelina fibers. And then I used that when I went and embroidered my design. Instead of putting fabric here for this applique, I used the Angelina fibers that I had created. And so then once I did that, I put it on point after adding some different color strips, because I really wanted people to know that I wanted it scrappy. I added another spacer right here all the way around. And then I'm like, I really want them to know it's scrappy. So I started making my own point triangle pieces. I started piecing those using, I think they're 1-inch finish. They could be 3/4, I'm not sure. But I made that so that they would know that I was interested in scrappy florals. Also, when you send your center, make sure you can put, if you want to put some fabrics in there, you can, but don't put a whole lot of fabrics that make it a heavy package to be, because it's going to be mailed every month. But if you want to put a few pieces of fabric in, you can do that. Or if you want to use just one background fabric, you can do that. I also included a label, and I knew ahead of time how many people were going to be working on my quilt. So I did the first one, the center. I got my information right here. Then I've got 1, 2, and 3. So I went ahead and drew the lines, put border 1, border 2, border 3. And then those people could fill in what they wanted to put on the label. And then I also added, when it got back to me, when I finished the quilt down here on the bottom with my embroidery machine. So I just want to say, when you make your center, the whole purpose of a round robin is that people are going to sew onto that center. So you're not going to get blocks back. That's something else. That's not a round robin. That's a block swap. A round robin is people actively adding a border around the center of a block, and then everybody keeps adding a border. Sometimes you might need to add a spacer border, say that you get a quilt top that somebody appliqued the border and then they squared it up, and maybe it's 19.5 inches, and you need a even number border because you're working in 2-inch squares or 2-inch increments. Don't have to be squares, but 2-inch increments. Then you can add a border so that that border gets up to the 2-inch increments that you need. So you wouldn't want to add a 1/2 inch finished border to both sides, because that'll only be 1/4 on each side. So what you might do is add 2 1/4 finished border on each side, and then when you put your 2-inch increment border all the way around, it's going to fit perfectly. So it takes a little bit of a challenge to figure out how to make your border fit. So I always recommend making your border first and then laying it around the quilt top to see how much, if it's going to fit and go around the corners, or if you just put something solid in the corners, figure out how you're going to turn those corners so that it makes sense. So thank you guys. They're saying it's a beautiful quilt. So for the centers of your round robin, which I haven't even started mine yet, your max size is 20 inches finished, which means no one side of your quilt should be longer than 20.5 inches when that first person gets it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Make sure that you can make a 12-inch block, a 14-inch block, a 16-inch block. It can be any size you want. It could be a 9-inch block if you want to keep yours more to the smaller side. You can do whatever you want, but I do recommend that 20 inches finished is the max size that you're sending your center. Now, if you are adding fabrics to somebody's quilt top, this is not the time to go using the cheap fabrics. Make sure that you're using 100% quality fabrics, 100% cotton. Don't use a fabric that's thin or something that you can see through. And I'm not talking about if it's a light fabric, but you know what I'm talking about when you get a thin fabric and you wouldn't want it in your quilt. Do not put that in somebody's quilt because that piece of fabric is going to wear faster than the other pieces if you do. If you're not sure if a fabric has polyester in it, then you can also do the burn test. You can search Teaquilts fabric burn test and it'll come up because I have a video showing you how to tell if a fabric has polyester in it. Your center should be done by the end of February. So on March 1st, it's the date, it's the deadline date that you should be mailing your center to the person on the list that I'm going to be sending to you. So I'm going to be working on this really soon to get you all a list, and you're going to send your thing to the same person every month. So you won't get confused. Only one person will have your address, and then that one person will send to you every month. So there will be another Teaquilter that will have your address. At the end, we're going to send it, we're going to mail your center, and then we're going to try to put 4 borders on it. That's my goal. And at the end of that, at the end of the 5th mailing, it's actually coming back to the person that made the center. The person that made the center, that is your quilt. We will be posting photos. We'll get all into the details of all of this when we get done. If you don't want to see photos of yours as it's progressing, let me know and we'll do a list of people. Maybe I'll put a post up there and say, if you do not want to see your round robin as it's being made, put your name in here, and then people cannot post what they've done to your round robin, and then it'll be a total surprise to you when you get it. I'm going to be one of those people that will tell you sometimes you may not like one border, and then you may think that you don't like your quilt, and then somebody else gets a hold of it, and then they do something that just jazzes it right back up. And so to me, it doesn't really matter. That's all what this is. It's a challenge. Some people have never done a round robin before. I have uploaded in the group some my round robin quilts that I have, most of them, I think, not all of them. I've uploaded photos so you have ideas of what type of borders you might be interested in doing as well. So it's not complicated. You don't have to be super creative. You just need to know that if you're adding a piece border onto somebody's quilt, how to get it to the right size. So that's going to be the challenge for real, because you can put any block as a border if you wanted to. So the deadline for mailing is the 1st of the month. Every month by the 1st. You don't have to mail it on the 1st, but by the 1st, you need to have it mailed. Also, in the group, when you receive somebody's round robin, the center or whatever, you need to post in the group that you received the round robin that you're supposed to have on March, as of March 1st. So when somebody sends you their center, go into the group and let people know that you received the center for whomever it is, because you're going to know who it is because they're going to have information in the box telling you who it is. And that's just so, like, sometimes things get lost in the mail, and you want to know that your round robin got received, that somebody has it and it's not lost in the mail. And that's why I do recommend everybody sending it where you have insurance on the package. They have priority mail. That's for anything that's going to be over a pound, which most of these are going to be. So just send everything priority mail. Priority mail is insured. Make sure you keep the receipt from when you mailed it. So if something happens, you can go in and say, hey, what happened to this? We need to be reimbursed for this, something, because the package never arrived. So make sure that you send everything where it's insured. And as I said, you want to make sure that you include some block identification, be it your label. You can also write your name on the back of your center in a non-discrete area so that the person that is getting it knows that it belongs to you, so that they can say, like the second or third person working on your quilt can say, hey, I'm working on the center. I'm working on Rose's round robin because Rose's name is on the back in a seam somewhere so that they can see your name. I do recommend getting like a 2-gallon or larger Ziploc bag to put your center in, because remember, the quilts are going to be growing with each round, and so you don't want to start with a little bitty bag and then somebody may not have an extra bag, and now your quilt's just being forwarded without being in any plastic bag in case it gets wet. So make sure that you put it into a 2-gallon Ziploc bag. I'm going to be uploading these rules so you don't have to remember this stuff. You don't have to write it down. And yeah, I think that's it. If I missed something, just ask me. My screen is black over here, so let me get it back up. Let me know if you got any questions about anything that I've said, or if I've missed anything. And I don't know if I've had comments coming up or not. Any questions? I see Rose, Remo JS is on here saying, what is the max size? I've answered that. And then fabric, I've talked about that. I just don't recommend putting in, like, because you don't know how much fabric somebody is going to need. And if you go in and put in like a fat quarter bundle and then a background fabric, that gets heavy really quick, and people have got to mail that. One other thing you can do is, if you want somebody to write on your label with a particular type of pen, like a Pigma pen or whatever type of pen you want them to use that's fabric safe, that won't wash away, you can also include that in your bag, and make sure you put a little sticker on it, put your name on it, so it doesn't get mixed up with somebody else's stuff, because everybody has pens. So make sure you put a little label on it, make sure your name's on it, or write on it with a black Sharpie or something that will show up on the pen. Hey, Claudette Bettis. So any comments? I don't see any comments coming up, so I'm thinking everybody is okay. And again, I'm kind of working on these, so I just have like drafts here, and then I will be telling you, I'll be putting this stuff into the group, who you're going to be mailing to each month. You're going to be mailing to the exact same person, so it should be really easy to do that. And it's not as complicated as it probably seems when I'm saying what the rules are, but you got to have some rules so that everybody stay on the same page. And if you can't follow the rules, now would be the time not to do the round robin. I'm thinking that I can't see comments. Let me go out of here and come back, because Zoom meeting for the for the RRNA. I don't know what that is. Round robin NA. I might in the individual groups, I might be having like a live in those groups, and it will be a video that will be there for everybody to see. So probably won't do any lives because the round robins are kind of suggestive as to when somebody is going to work on them. Sometimes I can get a quilt and then as soon as I open it up, I know what I want to do. Other times I get a quilt and I have to hang it up for a week before I can see what it is that I'm going to do. And then again, some people don't want to see their round robin because say you don't like yours, you may not want to work on somebody else's if you're not liking your own round robin. Or maybe you want to be surprised and see it at the end. Like I said, round robins, the feel of it changes every time a particular border is added. So for as a working round robin meeting, no, I don't think I'll be doing that because everybody's going to be receiving them at different times, thinking about them for different lengths of time, and then having to do the work. And then I don't want to hold you up by saying on this particular day we're going to all work on round robins. That's not going to work because if you're doing a hand applique border on somebody's, you may need the whole month to be doing the hand applique if that's what you're doing. T, this is my first sew along. Where do I go to join a group? It's on Facebook, and then you search for Teaquilts Fabulous Sew Along. Join that group. And I think I've answered all the other questions. I think. All right, so that's it for me. If you guys don't have any additional questions, I'm trying to sort some stuff in my long arm area. So I haven't been doing any sewing. I've been just doing sorting, and like I said, I work for 2 or 3 hours, get tired, start breaking out in hot flashes, and I'm like, I got to go sit down, and next thing I know, I'm back asleep again. So what does the bottom of my shirt says? I love quilt retreat, eat, sleep, sew, repeat. Right there. Right there. All right. So that's it for me, guys. I guess if we're done, we're going to go ahead and call it quits. We're only 3 minutes off the hour. So I think we've done really good. You can go ahead and start requesting access to the various groups that you signed up for. Trying to make sure I got everything I need to take out of here when I leave. All right. So I just was making sure, no other questions. So we're going to go ahead and leave you all. Stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out, everybody. See you all Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for live 2-hour, hopefully, sew and chat. I have to figure out a project. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.